Greetings and welcome to this Q&A, which is my 176 subscribers special, but meanwhile I already have 188 subscribers, but that's not a problem. So here comes the first question by someone whose name I cannot pronounce at all, but I will try. I think it's pronounced Björn Utenforstande, but I don't know. The question is, what is a common answer in your homeland when people are questions of their opinion about the soldiers of Odin? Are they accomplishing what they were started for? Protection of innocent civilians against immigrants, thugs and junkies? Are they looked upon as a positive group or just as another gang of assholes? How would you react if you or a family friend were approached by one of them to recruit you or them? I respect the reason they began, but how are they thought of in your region? Thank you. So, for those who do not know, the Soldiers of Odin are a group of militias and street patrols, and they patrol the streets to find immigrants from Africa, Middle East, those sorts of places. And if they find the illegal ones, they will usually bring them to the police and deport them. So, the Soldiers of Odin, I don't know what the Dutch people think about the Soldiers of Odin, because I live in the Netherlands. I'm not really Dutch myself, but I live in the Netherlands. And I have never heard people talk about the Soldiers of Odin, but I do find articles about Soldiers of Odin in the media, and of course all the mainstream media are saying that Soldiers of Odin are Nazis and far-right stuff like that. So I don't really know what Dutch people really think about Soldiers of Odin, but I would expect that the Dutch are not too fond of the Soldiers of Odin, because I think most Dutch people, maybe not most, but many, are kind of cucked and leftists. Now the second part of this question is, are they accomplishing what they were started for, which is protection of innocent civilians against immigrants, thugs and junkies? Well, I don't think the Soldiers of Odin are very effective in the Netherlands yet, but that's because they never really established a significant presence here. There are only very few of them right now, so I don't think they can really be very effective at their job right now. So no, they are not really accomplishing what they were started for, but it's understandable because there are very few of them. And the last question from Björn is, how would you react if you or a family/friend were approached by one of them to recruit you or them? Well, I would probably say, I would probably not join them, but I would be interested, definitely try to help them in some way by giving them information, because I do support the Soldiers of Odin. I think that is a good initiative, because our governments are not really doing their jobs when it comes to immigration. So obviously someone else is gonna have to do it. Now the next question is from Banana Has to Die, and he asks, which country in Europe do you think deserves to be spanked like if all European countries were little kids? And the answer is obviously Germany. Germany definitely needs to be spanked, because German government has invited millions of immigrants, which are causing trouble all over Europe now. Germany has numerous times pressured Eastern European countries to open up their borders as well. Germany has caused economic problems in Southern European countries, and Germany is using the European Union to once again control all of Europe. So yes, Germany, absolutely, no question about it. Now the last question for this Q&A is from Belus, and Belus is asking, who is your favorite writer and why? He asks the question in Dutch, but that means who is your favorite writer and why. And my favorite writer is Tolkien. He wrote The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Silmarillion and those books. I have read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and I'm still reading the Silmarillion. And especially The Lord of the Rings has a lot to do with our current situation. It has a lot of metaphors that intentionally or unintentionally depict what is happening in the world, problems in Europe with immigration as well, and with industrialization, the death of the planet and the environment. It's all covered in the Lord of the Rings indirectly. If you read it carefully, you will see. That's one of the things I like a lot about the Lord of the Rings, which was written by Tolkien. But I also like how Tolkien writes his books. He usually describes situations and places in lots of detail, and I really like that as well. I also like that many of his books are inspired from mythology and history, especially European mythology, and because you have elves, you have orcs, trolls, and those kinds of things. Those are all from European mythology. And this concludes the subscriber special and this Q&A. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.